Tonight's headlines are brought to you in part by Coldwell Energy and McDonald's.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sally Limis. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. Government employees may receive raises in the upcoming fiscal year. Also tonight, IPI plans to reopen business soon. And the fire department gets new bunker gear. In sports, more colors from the East Side race. Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
Sipping on a delicious drink from McDonald's may have you thinking, what makes these drinks just hit different? Don't overthink it. Just enjoy it. It's more than a drink. It's a McDonald's drink.
Cool off this summer with McDonald's Minute Maid Slushies. Try the new Tropical Mango or returning favorite, Strawberry Watermelon, for a limited time.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Half a day to the Wami and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Wednesday, July 13, 2022. One of the most significant revisions in the governor's budget proposal is the salary increase for all government employees, doubling the proposed amount of ARPA funds from 16 million to 32 million. In the most recent revised budget proposal for the CNMI government's operation and related agencies in fiscal year 2023, Governor Ralph Torres seeks to implement within-grade increases and equitable adjustment wages across the board. The governor states ARPA funds will be used to accommodate these changes.
We maximizing ARPA funds, and those are the reasons why we continue to give pay increases to all of them, whether it's wage increase or salary adjustments. Some of these folks, again, hasn't been raised for a long time. So in the last few years, I took it upon myself to give them and to show appreciation by increasing their salary. Because at the end of the day, again, what's good for their household is good for the community.
There are over 2,000 full-time government employees. Torres is proposing $1.66 million for the WGIs and $881,000 for adjustment wages.
So they've worked so hard on this, and now it's our obligation to provide those increases. And we have this opportunity now, and we should acknowledge that.
The governor's initial budget submission proposed $16 million of ARPA funds. In this revised submission to the legislature, which he submitted on July 1st, the governor proposed $32.6 million of ARPA funds, which is doubled to be allotted in the FY 2023. Governor Torres has also allocated $475,000 for the Northern Marianas Sports Association.
As you know, I put a little bit more funding for our athletes. They did a phenomenal job through our Pacific Mini Games. Again, according to the organization, we medaled more in Pacific Mini Games than combined our total participations throughout the history. So it just shows that we should start prioritizing and acknowledging our hardworking athletes, who is our ambassador for the CNMI. They go around the world, they compete, and for the love of the sport, they wave our flag.
Governor Torres is also adding more funds to the island's educational institutes.
We gave NMC also a little bit more funding on the ARPA, and I know that I will be giving NMTI also more funding as they need to. So they are also a priority.
More than $30 million is being proposed for the grand total central government personnel cost, with $1.6 million for others. The legislature has until October of this year to review, make changes, and submit a final proposal to the governor. Best Sunshine International closes in on settlement agreement and says funding is forthcoming. A status conference was held at the U.S. District Court Tuesday morning for Imperial Pacific International versus the Commonwealth Casino Commission. Kyu Nam Kim, who is the financier from the IH Group, was present in court and was introduced by attorney Kevin Abikoff. IPI's counsel updated the court on the status of their settlement, which IPI promised in the amount of $150 million. According to IPI, the funding will happen. IPI initially told the court when they filed a TRO to prevent a revocation hearing that they anticipate to receive $150 million financing before the end of May that will allow them to pay the CCC and other creditors, and that they will resume its operations. On June 24th, the Inside Asian Gaming magazine published an article that IPI has signed a lease agreement with Sino Travel Samoa Limited for hotel rooms and villas at the Imperial Palace, valued at $104.4 million annually. IAG says IPI has also signed an exclusive cooperation agreement with another Chinese company to operate a shopping mall at the Imperial Palace beginning this October. These agreements were reportedly designed to collect revenue during the negotiation to retain their casino license. Judge Maglonia has set a briefing schedule in the event the settlement agreement is not finalized by July 18. Motion hearing is scheduled for August 18 at 8:30 a.m. The court granted requests that upon execution of the settlement agreement, the matter be stayed until final approval is received by the Commission. The court ordered the parties to file a status report no later than August 26, 2022 regarding finalization of the settlement agreement. The CNMI Fire Department receives over $600,000 of equipment through CDBG funds. The CNMI Department of Fire and Emergency Medical Services availed funding through the Northern Marianas Housing Corporation, acquiring new PPEs for the department on all three islands. The official turnover was presented this afternoon.
We just want to make sure that defense has the right equipment, the right tools to do their jobs successfully. And the money that we provided you, it also helps us because we also have timeliness issues. That every August 2nd we have to meet this timeliness test. So that's $644,000 off of the ratio that we have to meet. So congratulations again, and defense has always been a great partner for our CDBG projects, and we look forward to more projects.
DFEMS received 158 pieces of bunker gear, consisting of helmets, coats, trousers, and bunker boots. The total cost of the gear amounted to $644,000, made available through the Community Development Block Grant. This project has been in the works since 2020 under the tenure of former Fire Chief Dennis Mendiola. Fire Commissioner Jesse Mesa says this new equipment will go a long way.
It's been a struggle and it's been a long time coming, and it's finally here. And that only makes our management staff a lot more at ease, because we know that our staff and the community will be cared for in a safe manner.
Governor Torres was invited to the presentation as well.
It's always nice to get them new equipment that will protect them from fire, and then ultimately giving the better service to their community. So congratulations to Fire. They took the initiative to talk to CDBG DR for this grant. Congratulations.
Housing officials says any government agency or nonprofit organization may apply for the funding. There is a review committee to manage and prioritize each application. Deputy Corporate Director Jeannie Mofna states DFEMS has always been diligent in submitting proposals since 2007. To date, NMHC has appropriated $2.5 million of CDBG funds. Mofna states DFEMS is still expecting more equipment to come.
The upcoming projects that have already been funded, but we just procured, are about two jet skis, which are water rescue vehicles, and 2 all-terrain vehicles for fire. So we have about 120 days till those are delivered.
The PPEs will be distributed equally to all 3 islands. The Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation announces an increase in chickenpox cases. Since June 15, 2022, CHCC reports 7 cases of chickenpox within the Sinamay community. According to CDC, chickenpox is a highly contagious disease caused by a virus named VZV. This virus spreads easily through close contact, and especially to those who has never had the disease or has never been vaccinated. CHCC says the best way to prevent catching this disease is to get the chickenpox vaccine, which is 2 doses for children, adolescents, and adults. Children can get the vaccine as early as 12 to 15 months, followed by the second dose at 4 through 6 years old. Individuals who's been recently diagnosed with chickenpox are encouraged to inform their closest contacts and health officials to receive the proper treatment. The chickenpox symptoms is a rash that turns into itchy, fluid-filled blisters that will eventually turn into scabs. Other symptoms include fever, tiredness, loss of appetite, and headache that may appear 2 days before the rash. For those who have never had chickenpox, are not vaccinated, pregnant, less than a year old, or has a weakened immune system, you are encouraged to call a health provider as soon as possible. If these individuals get chickenpox, it can lead to a more serious illness. For those who may experience a medical emergency such as the ones listed below, you are also recommended to call 911. You can also call the CHCC immunization program at 670-236-8745 for more information on the chickenpox vaccine. Coming up, a teen golfer is named as the NMI's best athlete. Stay tuned. It's okay to take a friend or parent's medication. it came from a doctor, right?
Using someone's prescription is really risky. Taking any drugs for which you have not been medically screened is not only dangerous, but taking an opioid that was not prescribed for you is also illegal. Never borrow and never share prescribed medication. Your life and your loved one's life could depend on it. Talk to your doctor about prescribed opioids. Never mix with alcohol, and remember, never borrow, never share. It only takes a little to lose a lot.
This project was supported by a grant from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation. Contents are solely the responsibility of CHCC and do not necessarily represent the official views of the CDC or the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. Sinamay tourism officials discuss strategies in Japan for the upcoming direct flight services. The Marianas Visitors Authority held a series of meetings with key travel partners in Japan. MVA met with representatives of the Japan Association of Travel Agents to discuss how they can reboot the Japan market. MVA board chairwoman states the meetings were positive. Japan's quota entry is currently at 20,000 per day, but the Japanese government is expected to increase the number. MVA discussed hotel room availability and recent hotel renovations. They also touched on inter-island travel. JADA officials expressed hope that with Japan's lessening restrictions, there will be more interest for travel to the Marianas. The Northern Mariana Sports Association names a young golfer as this year's best junior female athlete. Zemin Jin is named as the best junior female athlete in the recent Pacific Mini Games. Jin is the gold medalist of the women's golf competition, beating golfers from the Cook Islands and Samoa. Jin, a young 15-year-old student at Marianas High School, is happy to receive this award.
I feel very proud. Yeah. That's the only thing I can say. I'm proud.
The award and trophy was presented to Jin last week at the celebratory dinner for NMI athletes. When asked what she will do with her cash prize,
I'm thinking of using it for like my entry for future events. Competing in like big events, like amateur events.
Congratulations again to Zeman and all the NMI athletes. All right, don't go anywhere because we have more sports up next.
All workers have the right to a safe workplace. Employers must provide a workplace that is free from recognized hazards and comply with applicable OSHA standards, including proper reporting of injuries. Training needs to be done in a language and vocabulary employees can understand, and an OSHA information poster must be displayed prominently in the workplace. Workers, you have the right to raise a safety or health concern with your employer or OSHA without being retaliated against, and request an OSHA consultation of your workplace if you believe there are unsafe or unhealthy conditions. OSHA can help. Free assistance to identify and correct hazards is available to small and medium-sized employers without citation or penalty. So look out, speak up, and stay safe. Job safety and health, it's not only good practice, it's the law. Check out OSHA.gov or call 664-3154 or 3155.
At one of Saipan's beaches, this mother lays about 100 eggs under the cover of darkness. She hides her nest as best she can and then slowly makes her way back to the ocean. The eggs hatch and the babies head for the sea, where they will face a daily dose of danger. Just 1 in 1,000 will make it to adulthood. Those that do will one day lay their own eggs. Sea turtles are protected under CNMI law. If you see one that is stranded or if you see illegal activity, call the hotline at 287-8537.
Tonight's sports brought to you in part by Tan Holdings through the Tan Su Lin Foundation, making communities a better place to live.
Buenas sports fans.
The 20th annual Hamney Golf Tournament is set to happen in 2 months, naming the island's only trade institute as this year's beneficiary. The Northern Marianas Technical Institute is named as this year's beneficiary for the Hamney Charity Classic Golf Tournament. The tourney is set for September 17 at the Laulau Bay Golf Resort West Course. According to Hamney Chairman Ivan Kichocho, NMTech is a vital partner in training and certifying individuals to develop careers in the hospitality industry, including certifications under the American Hotel and Lodging Educational Institute or Culinary Arts. NMTech CEO Jodina Atau is grateful and states their vision is to enrich the CNMI's workforce with technical skills and core fundamentals for tomorrow's world. The early bird tournament fee is $120, which includes the green fee and the awards luncheon. The fee will then increase to $140 after September 3. For an additional $30, players may compete for play prizes, including the longest drive, accurate drive, aggressive drive, and 4 chances for nearest to the pin. Showtime is 6 a.m. and the tourney at 7. For more information, you can contact Chairman Juko Ishikawa at roadresort@pticom.com. On Monday, we showed you the first legislative health run initiative that focused a little more on the technical side. Tonight, we bring you our favorite fun moments from the race. It's a historic and successful event that are keeping people talking. The Ataikak Kulot 5K trail run drew close to 100 runners and walkers in its first year last Saturday in the Laulau Bay on the east side of Saipan. Here are the highlights from this colorful event.
Go! Go, 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 go!
Oh, there's
Finish strong, Sil. Finish strong. Go, Sil.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Hi, I'm Dre, one of the personal trainers here at Goat's Gym, and today we're going to be going over the leg press. Now I have here with me is Vince, and he's going to show you how to execute it properly in 2 different ways. A common mistake that you'll often see is leaving your hands free, either up here or on your lap. I strongly recommend you holding onto the sled and create that tension in the upper body, which then allows you to create more range of motion. So with his current foot placement, he was feeling it on his legs, his quads. Now with a simple adjustment by placing his foot a little higher on the platform and his toes pointed out slightly, he's going to transfer that tension, which was previously on his legs, onto his hamstrings and glutes. Again, he's going to grab onto the sled, creating that bracing effect up here.
And for the KSPN weather report, mostly sunny with isolated showers, east wind 11 to 13 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy with scattered showers, east wind 8 to 11 miles per hour. High 86, a low 78, the humidity 85%. Tomorrow, partly sunny with scattered showers and thunderstorms, east wind 8 to 10 miles per hour. High 90, low 78, the marine forecast. Gentle to moderate trade winds and combined seas of 3 to 5 feet prevail across the Marianas. East wind 10 to 15 knots, wind waves 2 to 3 feet, east swell 3 to 5 feet. The sunrise will be at 5:54 a.m., high tide at 8:41 p.m., low tide 1:24 p.m., and the sunset 6:51 p.m. All right, there you have it. That is your Wednesday edition of the news, sports, and weather here in the Marianas. We thank you so much for watching. We hope you have a great night, and we'll see you back here on Friday.